Good morning, Lights. Sometimes you wake up and you just feel off. You could be in a bad mood or just feeling generally unwell. There are two ways to see the mind, either as a process or a flow of energy, or as a thing, a tool, or an object. In contrast to attempting to comprehend your mind in a different manner, which tends to undermine your sense of self, the first approach tends to strengthen it. The issue with seeing the mind as an object is that if your mind acts in certain ways improperly, you could begin to believe that you are flawed, damaged, or faulty. You could believe that something is amiss with you. If you are unable to control your anger or your ability to refrain from thinking ill of others, that is problematic because it encourages self-blame for issues that are mostly beyond of your control. Additionally, it causes individuals to begin to see mental health problems as moral flaws rather than biological ones, which fosters stigma and discourages people from seeking assistance. You may relieve yourself of all of this responsibility by attempting to see your mind as a process or movement of energy that passes through you. You will start to notice that there are many weird and sometimes even contradicting ideas that pass through the mind once you start to examine it. Thoughts that are the result of training, influences from others, and cultural and racial influences. Many of the concepts, as you can see, aren't actually you at all. So learn to be a neutral observer, to hone your own intellect. Say to yourself, "Oh, I'm having that idea again. Okay, now I'm going to watch it. Where did it originate from? What else is going on right now? How does my body feel while I have this thinking, whenever the thought arises?" And when you have the ability to monitor your thoughts objectively, you may do so without becoming caught up in them or thinking that they are really you. You may see them objectively, just as you could observe someone else having strange ideas, which greatly frees you from being reactive or thinking in predetermined way. Simply be aware of your thoughts and ask yourself, who is thinking this thought? Rather than accepting all they tell you, does this belief apply to me? And where did this idea originate? Becoming an observer of the thoughts that flow through your mind is as easy as sitting by the side of a river and watching the water pass by. Alternatively, one might just sit and watch as they watch the birds fly across the sky when they are sitting in the woods. See what you may discover by turning into your thinking mind. You could be taken aback by how it all works. Do you instinctively believe something when you think about it? Your awareness is where all of the ideas in your mind come from. They are only ideas, things that happen to you. They are not you. So start paying attention to when your thoughts come to mind. and try to understand what is going on. What precisely occurs, for instance, if you consider getting up from this chair to get yourself a cup of tea? You get an idea that you should brew some tea. Do you think that when it comes, it will be true? Do you think that the majority of individuals won't challenge their own opinions? However, why should you accept every idea that comes your mind? I have a question I would like to ask you. When you first wake up in the morning, what thought comes to your mind? Have you got any ideas or pictures in your head? And what are they? Do you think your ideas and visions are real? Do you think that the pictures and ideas you have are everlasting? Do you trust your ideas and visions, despite the fact that they fluctuate? How do ideas and pictures originate? How can they enter your awareness uninvitedly and just go as quickly? Being an observer of your thoughts will be challenging at first when you do this activity. You'll be prone to believing anything your mind tells you. We have been trained to trust whatever our brains think, which is why it occurs. Being an observer of your thoughts is a novel method of thinking that may first seem strange and unnatural. However, you will start to see the advantages of being an unbiased observer of your thoughts. With time, patience, and practice, you will learn how to avoid allowing the thoughts in your own mind such power over you. With this simple practice, the more you master this, the more control you'll have over your own thoughts. You will start to get a glimpse of what I like to call your true nature if you give your mind's momentum a chance to slow down and finally settle. It is the deeper layer of awareness underlying and not the conditional self-image you have developed. You may experience yourself as pure awareness, devoid of opinion or judgment. You can tune out your racing thoughts and stop identifying with the voice in your brain. Your ultimate freedom is found in this. The greatest approach to quiet the mind and let God into your heart is via meditation. The definition of meditation is a subject of much debate. Meditation is criticized by certain spiritual traditions as something that isolates you from the rest of the world. However, this is untrue, since meditation is nothing more than a technique for teaching your mind to concentrate on a topic that is important to you. I, for one, encourage you to practice meditation on a daily basis. As always, we love you deeply and wish for you to have the most abundant and joyous life possible. Have a wonderful day.